Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti, hoping you guys are having a good day and that you're looking after yourselves and one another. In this episode of the Music Den, I will be doing another album review, but this is a bit of a special case. The album I'm going to review is from none other than Ryan Gavalier. It's called Night of the Living Dead. Ryan Gavalier has appeared on my channel to do shows with me. He's appeared on Grant's Rock Warehouse quite a few times. He has had his own YouTube channel at one point that I've appeared on. He's decided to turn his attention to music. And believe me, this is his debut full-length release. He has released other EPs in the past on his label, Gavalier Productions. I will be putting a link in the description below for Ryan's website. I also will be putting a link in the description below for his Bandcamp page where you can get the digital download for Night of the Living Dead. The physical releases will follow shortly. 9 tracks, fantastic album, very heavy album. The tracks range in length between 4 to 6.5 minutes. The digital release is coming out on October 13th, Friday the 13th. No coincidence there. And close to Halloween. Believe me, this fits the bill. As you can tell from the title Night of the Living Dead, he took inspiration from George Romero's movie and wanted to write some music based around that idea. Again, nine albums. Sorry, Ryan. 9 tracks in total. Starts off with The Graveyard. And before I begin, Ryan plays all the instruments on this album. All of the tracks are instrumental, with the exception of the lead-off track, The Graveyard. I'll explain. Now, The Graveyard starts, it's very moody, very atmospheric. I hear synth bass passages on this. Has a very really creepy swirling synth lines that come in. Heavy use of movie dialogue. This is the only track that uses movie dialogue, and it uses it quite heavily. But it adds to it. It accentuates it really well. It's a very edgy new wave feel to it. It's a very experimental track and very percussion heavy. The two words that can really best describe this album are experimental and atmospheric. Okay. And he uses programmed drums throughout the album on the tracks, but they're not used in the traditional way. They're used as accents to sort of make a statement, to make a point, to sort of enhance the music that's being played on piano, keyboards, what have you. Fantastic. Next track is Night of the Living Dead. Has a very industrial feel, very rhythmic, heavy use of programmed percussion, sprawling synth passages, heavy bass presence. He's a fantastic bass player. He uses the bottom end very well in terms of the bass frequencies and stuff. It has a very foreboding quality, very eerie. I mean, you literally have to sit there on the couch with your knees underneath you so that nothing grabs you from underneath the couch, kind of a feeling. And this feeling goes throughout the entire album. Next track, Home Invasion, track number 3. Again, very rhythmic drums that start the track. This track is very eerie. The synths that he plays, the synth passages, it almost makes you feel like the invaders are coming through the walls, through the floors, down through the ceiling by way of osmosis. It really gets under your skin, okay, and sort of like makes the hairs on the back of your arms stand up, okay? If you're listening to this track, make sure that the couch is against a wall and there's no space between the couch and because you're going to want to turn around and see who's behind you. Really, it is really creepy. But fantastic nonetheless, right? And again, just in time for Halloween. Um, the Basement is track 4. Um, very simple notes played on the piano in a descending passage. The oboe comes in, beautiful, melodic, fantastic, and a great bass part on this track. This is my favorite track on the album. They're all good, but this is the one that keeps popping in my head. Um, the Car is next. Heavy rhythm guitar. This is where the guitars come in. Heavy rhythm guitar, experimental in nature, nice guitar passages. He does a lot of soloing on this track. Very industrial, again, feel against an electronic backdrop. When I hear this album, I think very much of Trent Reznor, Nine Inch Nails. You know, unreal, like unreal. And I was talking to Ryan about it last night, and I used that as an analogy and as a comparison, and he agreed. He agreed. He understood where I was coming from, and he said, yeah, that it does have a very Nine Inch Nails kind of a feel to it. Track number 6, Karen Cooper Isn't Dead. Starts off with a nice drum pattern, new wave, atmospheric synths that come in, nice melodic piano. He's a fantastic musician, fantastic piano player, good bass, almost has a trip hop feel to it in terms of percussion. Just fantastic. There's a nice breakdown that comes in around the midway mark. The track is like 6 minutes, 40 some odd seconds. Around the 3 minute plus mark, there's a breakdown, and all you hear is a piano. And it slows the pace down of the track, because right up until that point, it gets very heavy with the percussion and stuff. Beautiful melody on the piano. Beautiful, just amazing. Track 7, Genocide. Good Lord. The drums come in very rhythmic, very heavy lead and rhythm guitar. He can solo like there's no tomorrow. Fantastic lead guitar player, fantastic rhythm player. I like unbloody real. I'm listening to this and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I get chills just thinking about it right now. And what I like about this track is the rhythm guitar is on the left channel and the lead guitar is on the right. So both channels are covered. You're covered from both angles, both spectrums, right? Very heavy, sort of very rock influenced track. Almost has to me, has a Sabbath feel. Okay. There's nothing that Ryan can't do on guitar. I swear, swear to God, I was surprised at his prowess and his ability on the guitar. It was amazing. 2 more songs. Over is track 8, Over with a question mark. Beautiful synth passage that is repeated throughout the track. It's about 3 minutes long. And just beautiful atmospheric synth textures. Just amazing. Track 9, the very last track on the album, is called Ben, and that's the end credits. And in my notes, I have industrial vibe with the drums, dramatic, almost orchestral synths on this. And then it almost, the last 2 tracks, Over and Ben, almost make you feel like the ordeal isn't over yet. Like, are we safe? Are we really safe? Do we trust that, that they're gone and that we can get on with our lives? Or do we always have to look over our shoulders for the rest of our lives? That's the kind of feeling I get when I when I listened to the last two tracks. And I think that Ryan arranged those two tracks specifically for that reason. So that's it. That's Ryan Gavalier's debut album, Night of the Living Dead. Again, I will be putting a link for Ryan's website in the comment section, and I will be putting a link for the Bandcamp page where you can get the digital download of Night of the Living Dead. So please check out Ryan Gavalier's debut album. He's a fantastic musician, and he deserves your support. So that's it for now. Coming up, I have a couple of videos I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing one called Three Sides of Peter Gabriel. Okay. And I'm going to be doing one on Steve Hackett called The Lost Genesis Album. Fill you in on that more later on. And also, coming up Saturday, September 30th. Yes, it is finally going to happen. The ever elusive Pink Floyd album ranking. Saturday night, September 30th, 7 p.m. We're going to tape. It'll be myself, Bill Schuster, Andrew Cox, Brian McFadden, and Mr. Peter Kent from the Lizard King channel. Please check out the Lizard King channel for all of his content. He has some fantastic content on there. It's going to be taping Saturday night. It's going to be airing Sunday, October 1st. So please, when you watch the video, get some food, get a drink, hell, get yourself a blanket and pillow. It's going to be a long one. We're going to be ranking all of Pink Floyd's albums, all 15 albums. Yes, even Endless River. You know, it is part of the catalog, so we are going to rank it. So please stay tuned for that. And again, when you listen to Ryan Gavalier's album, Night of the Living Dead, please, down below, please put your comments, what you think of the album, what you think of Mr. Gavalier's work. And again, I will be putting up links for Bandcamp and for Ryan's page so you can check out all of his content. So for now, I will say goodbye. Have a good day. Look after yourselves and one another. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.